Welcome to DevOps Days, Kansas City. Okay, that was getting better, but I want to hear this time. Welcome to DevOps Days, Kansas City. Okay, my name is Blythe, and I'll be kicking things off for you this morning. By show of hands, who has been to a DevOps Days in any city? Quite a few hands. Who has been to a DevOps Days Kansas City before? Quite a few hands. So, the other people, who is this the first time for? Quite a few people. Excellent. Welcome. This is our 5th DevOps Days KC, and it's the first one since 2019. Applause. This is a really great conference because we build in time for all of us to interact. So we're going to hear from people, but then we're also going to interact and talk about what we learned. I want to talk briefly about this historic building we are in. This building was once owned by Howard Hughes. He was the famed Hollywood executive and aviator who showed movies here in the 1930s. At that time, he also ran TWA, which was a large company that was based out of the downtown airport that currently houses VML-Y&R, which has been a great sponsor of us in the past. This building has also served as a speakeasy and has had an incredibly awesome life. For the 100 years that this building's been in existence, it's been woven into the fabric of Kansas City, and today, you are all part of that history. Applause. Next month also marks the 15th anniversary of the talk at Velocity that gave our movement its name. This was a talk given by John Allspaw and Paul Hammond that was called 10 Deploys a Day at Flickr. This was subtitled Dev and Ops Cooperation. Those of you that weren't in tech already in 2009, you can think of Flickr as it was like Instagram for desktop computers. In some way, because not everybody had a smartphone yet, so that's what we use. John Allspaw describes in the first minute of this talk about how their company, the devs and the ops, work together. And I quote, aren't huge assholes to each other. So for the past 15 years, DevOps has become a growing part of software creation and system maintenance. And today, you are a large part of that also. So, applause. So, in this historic KC building at this critical time in software history, I have some to-dos for you today. The first to-do is introduce yourself to someone you don't know already. Next, ignore your coworkers. And I'm serious about this. You talk every day. We put this conference in the middle of the week on purpose because you can sync back up on Friday and talk about what you learned to make your company better. But spend your time going and getting new observations about how to do your work. Relax. People on stage are going to show their highlight reel. They're going to show possibly the best possible things that they did. Talk to them after their talks and talk about the problems you're having. Chances are they've had the same problems you're having and might have a perspective on how you can start building your highlight reel. Legend has it that DevOps Days itself was created because of an open space misconnection. Two people, Patrick Dubois and Andrew Clay Schaefer, were supposed to meet up in this open space, but they didn't actually do it because one of them didn't show up. But then they sat and talked for 2 hours after that. So the hallway track and these open spaces where we have these conversations are the opportunity for you to build possibly a new blog, a new podcast, a new company, or in the case of DevOps, an entire new movement. So take advantage of the hallway track and take advantage of the open spaces to interact with people. Next up, don't be a jerk, period, dot. We won't tolerate it. Which brings us to our code of conduct. If you see something say something. Let an organizer know if there's something that's happening. We're wearing these orange shirts. There are times when people don't even know that they're being offensive in some way, and possibly a simple conversation of saying, hey, that actually isn't cool, is enough to take care of it. But we know that there are times when it actually needs more assistance than that, and we are ready and willing as organizers to help you in any type of situation like that. The best possible policy is to not be a jerk in the first place. This movement started with explanations of how people inside of companies cooperate. Research has shown that this is the path to success. So I want you to ask yourself and others the honest question of, are we actually cooperating yet? And if the answer to that is no, then the next question is, what is impeding us from cooperating in a way that we can have better success? And finally, share what you've learned. Share inside of your company when you get back on Friday, but also share with the community. And you can join us for the monthly meetup. The easiest way to do this is to go to meetup.devopskc.com. You can also join our Slack community. And to get onto that, you can go to slack.devopskc.com. All of our past and future videos will be posted on YouTube, and the way you find that is videos.devopskc.com. You starting to see a pattern here? It's basically the word and then devopskc.com. We also have a link tree that you can find at this QR code that'll be oscillating between talks throughout the day to get you into more links. The Wi-Fi has been shown on the screen many times this morning. It will be shown on breaks. However, here it is one more time. There is a job board here, and this is important to me. I want to hear the stories of how you've made connections because of the community that we've built. We have both wristbands at the front that say, I'm looking and I'm hiring. We also have Post-its up there where you can put your name or contact if you're hiring or if you're looking to be hired. And at the end of the event, we're going to have a really cool raffle, and you have to be present to win, so please stick around for that. Everyone will get one entry for the price of admission. If you give our speakers feedback online, you'll get an extra raffle ticket for each speaker that you give feedback to. And that QR code is up here if you want to grab that now, or if you want to grab that during the breaks. But we also want your feedback in all forms. At your tables, I've brought back the boxes that we've used in previous years. Very self-explanatory. If you can write down either the name of the speaker, the name of the talk, and how you felt about it, and any feedback you want to give the speaker, because we feel that feedback is a gift, and we all want to improve in our craft. I'd like to thank our volunteers that are helping run everything smoothly throughout the day. So, applause. And another huge thank you goes to our sponsors. Applause. Without the sponsors' support, we couldn't have this conference at all. They are what helped us fund the food, the party, this venue, and many other things. So please stop by their tables throughout the day, and I'm sure they're going to have fun, different things that they're going to be giving away. And a massive, oversized thank you to the organizers. Applause. We started planning these 2 days that we're going to share together many months ago. And over that time, we've made hundreds of decisions together on how we want this experience to be for you. And we want feedback in all forms. Anything that you can tell us how we can make this better for you, we're very open to that. You can use those same boxes that are on your table. So these people are absolutely amazing. Please tell the organizers thank you if you see them. All of them have other jobs and do the organizing of this event as volunteers. So please be patient with us. This is the 5th time we've done it, but many of us, this is the first time, and we haven't done it in 5 years. We're going to make mistakes. But what we want to do is we want to learn throughout the time, and we want to put on the best possible experience for you. So help us do that by giving us feedback so that we can do that. Our program committee was overwhelmed with all of the great submissions that we had to get up here on stage. I think this was the hardest part of the entire endeavor, getting up here, and I think we have picked out some incredible speakers for you with some incredible topics.